Hi, I'm Davina with WorkingPlate.com, and today we're going to show you a really easy cheese sauce, and it's also called a Mornay sauce. So now what you're going to need for this recipe is about 2 cups of whole milk, about half a teaspoon of salt. You're going to need about 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour and about 3.5 tablespoons of butter, unsalted. About 2 ounces of your favorite cheese. In this recipe, we're going to use Gruyere because that's a classic Mornay sauce, but you can use whatever cheese that you want for your dish. We're also going to use some fresh ground nutmeg. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is start your roux. And you're just going to add your butter to your pan, and we're going to let that melt. And then we're going to add our 2 cups of milk to a separate pan and let this warm up. Now be careful because you don't want to burn this and you don't really want to boil this. You just kind of want to warm the milk up. Once you burn the milk, you're done. Just start over. Okay, so once your butter's melted, you want to add your flour in all at once. And just give it a stir, whisk it around. Now you don't really want this to brown either. You just kind of want to cook that flour taste out of it and get you'll start to be able to smell it. Okay, so our milk is warm and you can see it's starting to bubble around the outside, so we know it's ready. I'm going to shut that off. And over a medium heat, I'm going to add this warmed milk to my roux while I'm whisking. Okay, so little by little while I'm whisking, I'm going to add this milk to the flour and butter mixture. Okay, so we're going to let this cook for a few minutes so that it thickens up a little bit. And as you can see, it's definitely gotten thicker. We'll show you. It's definitely a little bit thicker. And we are going to add cheese to this, so it's going to thicken up more. So at this point, I'm going to add my salt. You can also add white pepper to this if you want. We're going to leave it out today, but it does taste good in there as well. And then I'm going to add some freshly ground nutmeg. Now at this point, before the cheese, you actually have a bechamel sauce. And if you want to know more about making a bechamel sauce, we have a video for that too. It's really cool, so check it out. So we're going to add our nutmeg. It smells so good. Stir this around, and you can see it's starting to thicken. It's getting very thick, which this is exactly the consistency that we're looking for. So now, at this point, we're going to just go ahead and add our cheese. We're going to add about 2 ounces. And we're going to mix this all in. You can add any type of cheese that you want. You can add cheddar, you can add fontina. Just depends on what type of dish that you're going for and what flavors that you want to get in here. Okay, so you know your cheese sauce is done when all your cheese has melted. You want to taste it and adjust your seasoning. You might need more salt or pepper or nutmeg. Also, you can add more cheese if it's not cheesy enough. And if your sauce is too thick, you can add some more milk to kind of thin it out. So you kind of have to play with the recipe, and it just depends on what you want to use it for. Okay, so this is our awesome cheese sauce, and it's exactly how we want it. And we're going to use this, you can use this for macaroni and cheese. You can spoon it over vegetables. It's unbelievable. There's so many uses for it. So go out and make a cheese sauce.